This is WSKI's own Sandy Dunes, the Sandman, live and remote on the North Coast. I've got stacks and racks and the latest on wax, moldy golden oldies and the platters that matter. And I'll be right here live to cover every move on the beach. So, are you ready for a beach party? Oh, come on, you can do better than that. I said, are you ready to rock and roll? All right, then let's rock to the water and hold on our top-of-the-line equipment with a message from WSKI's favorite sponsor, Correct Craft. Yow!
Ski-Naughty, 2001, it's really fun. What you do that day, it's really safe. I got a real hot cruiser, it's a Ski-Naughty. It's the best on water, and it can't be beat.
That's right, folks, Correct Craft Ski-Naughty, the best boat on the water. Fully equipped with 350 horsepower pleasure craft marine engines. Now that's the kind of horsepower that really lets these guys get around. Cowabunga! Yeah, only the coolest guys tried 2001. Guys like Grindin' Greg Webb. Fast Eddie Skin is rude. Jim and Joe Hawkins. And screaming on in here, that's Craig Lesser. That's Correct Craft.
Take it around. My kind of boat.
Hey, it's the Big Boppin' Hour of 5:30 p.m. and a beautiful day for a beach party, ski party seminar right here on this 4th day of September, 1961. Yes, indeedy. It's a time when everybody is out getting the sun and getting the burgers and getting everything they can do and getting the summer off to a start, a great start, at a time when just about anything is liable to happen. Come on down to the beach, kids. Ladies and gentlemen, our ski show director, Mr. Redart. And over here, our stage coordinator, Miss Nancy Redart. And coming on in here one more time is our technical supervisor, Craig Lesser. Right there driving the old boat. I'll turn this over to Laura, Nancy, and Craig, and see y'all later.
How you all doing tonight? We thought that you might be a little bit interested in the equipment, so we're going to take a little bit of time and go through the equipment for you. And if you do have questions, I heard Terry said, just go ahead and let us know, and Bud will make his way among you, and he has a mic, and we'll take care of your questions. First off, Craig Lesser, the technical supervisor, he'll take a minute to explain the outboard engine and the Addictor boat here.
This boat right here was provided to us by Addictor Boats in California, and it's a 10-foot hull, and it's got a 25 horsepower Mercury engine on the back. And they'll do about 32, 33 miles an hour, and this is the boat that you just saw go through the wave and jump up into the air. The Mercuries are provided to us, like I said, for the show, and that's about it. Any questions about these? None, good.
This is a surf jet, which is the same yellow thing that you've been watching Barbara Ann ride all summer long. And it's basically like a powered surfboard, same thing. They're provided from Surf Jet Incorporated, and they're out of St. Paul, Minnesota. That's where it is. They don't go terribly fast. You can ride them standing, sitting, lying down. They're fun. The key to controlling them right is the throttle right here, and you lean back against it so when you hit waves you don't fall out the front. And it's shut off by a kill switch that you pull right here. So if you're riding it and you fall off, it'll shut off and you can swim over and get it. Any questions?
Way over there.
Right there.
Hey, Bud, we're going to make it easier.
Run.
Question coordinator.
Here, talk about this little...
how much these two boat equipments run. Just a general price.
Okay, the addictor, I believe the hull itself is about $3,000, and with a motor would make it about $4,500. And the surf jets are about $22.95. The jet ski in the back here, this is the 550. I don't know if Laura was going to get to it. It's their high performance model, and it's about $3,000. And the wet bike, about $4,300. Pretty reasonable prices, huh?
You heard the prices of them, but the best toy here for your money is the jet ski. The most reliable, it's fun, and it lasts forever. And if you take care of it, it can be a great toy. The addictor, you see we jump them during the show, and has a tendency to flip over from time to time if you happen to see a show where they've jumped really high. So there's a lot of maintenance on the addictor and the engine, and of course there's a lot of maintenance on this because it just the throttle part of it isn't as developed yet. One thing that they don't make anymore is the wet bike, and we all are thankful for that because that's very high maintenance. It seems that the impellers go a lot, and it's just a lot of work to keep this running. Quietly, which is real close to Chippewa, and Bubby Snow, an ex-SeaWorld skier, runs that, and that's an excellent. I think they have some club dues, but other than that, the skiing is free. Oh, thank you. Yeah. We have an old friend, excuse me, I'm losing my voice. We've been doing a lot of shows. So. We have an old friend coming back to produce it, Tom Freeburn, and he's a very talented man, and he's got a great line on what we're going to do, and it sounds exciting. Of course, I'm not going to tell you what sounds exciting, but I think it'll be a great show. Do about a 5-minute routine. And we're just going to show you a few lifts here, and I'll let Nancy explain the lifts.
It looks like what she's starting is called a side step up. She just raises her legs straight in the air. He has his arm flexed in it by his ear, and he's turning it sideways, opening it. It's called a one-arm side step up into a tabletop, down, and he flips over sideways and does what's called a press. It can be as many as up to 10 lifts. We call each individual thing I've stated a lift. It can be as many as 10 lifts in one pass of the front stretch, and that's really doing quite a lot. It takes a lot of teamwork, a lot of cooperation, communication with your partner, and the guys not only has to be strong, but there's a lot of technique involved, and that's what really makes a good doubles partner. I think I'm in the beat. Mark Hagerty, and then Lori Mickelson.
Before you leave here, you have any questions for Mark or Lori?
About 2 years, off and on. You have to be pretty versatile to be able to work with all the girls on the show. But Lori and I about 2 years off and on.
Any other questions? We'll get back to this. We'll run this by one more time.
I wanted to ask about what kind of gear you needed to have on to be towed with 2 people.
Yeah, this is it's just a basic chest harness. It's been made from many materials, as far as canvas to this is like a nylon. It's kind of triple with some padding on the inside, some neoprene, and this is just kind of a release system on the front. And the boat has the same type of thing, so if you were to fall, obviously there's no way to release yourself. So they release you from the boat, and when you're finished your pass, you release yourself.
What we're trying to do is look like a mirror image here. So everybody, all the girls should look the same, and the guys should look the same. And this is almost harder than working with just one person, getting everybody to do just the same thing.
Okay. Ideally, they should have gone up exactly together. We can't always do it, but that's what we're striving for. The girls are looking to their right and spotting the girl in front of them so their arms are exactly alike. And they're also counting to the beat there, so they're all doing it at the same time.
I wanted to ask that when you're skiing doubles, do you have to use a much wider ski, or is it just a regular pair of combos that you use?
We use a much wider ski, mainly because it's easier to go through rough water, it's more stable, and you can go slower. All right. We're going to bring, towards the end of the seminar, we're going to bring all the skiers out, and we're going to spread them along the boardwalk here, so you go ahead and ask individual questions of all the skiers. And right now, I guess we'll just keep moving with the other acts. So we'll give them a little bit of time.
Out for the final period at the end. And we had one bar brand that left, so there's only been 4 all summer. Yes? All right. Well, you don't see much face in the big wig. Yes? Laura, myself, Mark and Lori that were here, and Craig Lesser, the technical supervisor.
Okay, real serious, that means that keeps them out the rest of the year. This year we had 4. And right, I would say, I was just trying to think back how each of them got hurt. And 3 of them got hurt jumping. So jumping it is dangerous. The problem is if you're tired and you go out to jump, you're just really susceptible to injury. So we try and tell the guys at the beginning of the season, hey, come on now, get in shape, go out and lift some weights, and get those legs strong. Major injuries, yes. The girls have a lot of bruised ribs, a lot of shin splints, ankles, and I guess that's mainly the most common for back injuries. That's common with all of us. And watch how easy this boom can be to learn how to barefoot. That's probably been one of the most valuable inventions to barefooting that ever was made, because you can avoid all the hard falls with this. I suppose the fence is in the way. Hopefully he'll wait until he gets out here before he steps up. Okay, he was sitting on the knee board, and he came up on the water, and the boat came up to speed, and the knee board just slips out from under you. And she's going to demonstrate the beach barefoot. The girls are really proud of this because the guys used to do this act, and now they've taken it over, and they're doing it as well as we are. I'm not sure of the exact cost. I'm sure it's less than the money they make, so somewhere in there. I'm not sure of the exact cost. I would guess around $1,800 per night. How much does fireworks cost per night? And I would guess around 1,800 with labor and everything. Thank you. No, but all the guys.
And what Lori's going to do is sit down in the sand and she's going to wrap her feet around the rope. Now as she takes off, she has to arch her back so she doesn't catch any spray and push down on the handle. She's going to wait till the boat comes to speed and then she's going to slowly pull her feet off the rope, place them in the water. They don't jam them in the water because if you jam your feet, you fall over forward. So she'll place her feet in the water, then slowly stand up, cross the wake, and then come around. There she's up. Right now she's got a lot of spray in her face because she's sitting back because she doesn't want to catch. See this little bit of chop right here, or if you catch a toe, it'll throw you forward. So she's sitting way back in the spray so she doesn't fall. More than a lot of girls. Lori just has, she is a PE major. She graduated from college in a PE major, and that's part of it. She's just been active all her life. It's not from lifting weights. It's natural. That's just the way she is. Some of us do lift weights, though. I do. I lift. You don't really. We use Nautilus equipment, many of us, not free weights. We find that keeps you more flexible than any free weight would.
We have a lot of problems with that. In the Florida part, we have a lot of time in the winter. We generally only do 2 shows a day, and so we require the skiers to do Nautilus. Well, the girls were really against it. They said, no, we don't want big muscles, we don't want to look like guys. And we found that the girls that lift the hardest and work out the hardest don't develop bulk. Generally, they just, nice curves and everything like that. So that's a myth about weightlifting. Florida with us is going to be joining us full time. So don't fall. Back barefoot's probably one of the most difficult of the things we do to learn. It seems that jumping is even learned easier than the back barefooting. Okay, a bunch of tumble turns.
Is he short with blonde hair? Danny Stewart. I don't know. He chose to stay in Florida this summer. So he may.
Ballet ski. Cagerty, long distance front flips are really getting big in competition. So 110. That was a good one. Okay, now we're pretty much going to run the jump back as you see at the show. 3 guys over the ramp. The ramp is 18 feet. Yeah, 18 feet wide, 22 feet long, the in run to it. Right now, we're going to bring all the skiers out here. We're also going to bring all the boats out here. So go ahead, talk to the skiers, take a ride in the boat. Anything that we can help you with or answer, let us know.
Here, anybody have any questions at all about these?
Sit up against.
Any questions back there at all?
How fast could you go if you really wanted to?
46 miles an hour.
46 miles an hour.
These really aren't designed for speed. It's a tournament ski boat, and for tournament skiing, the fastest they would pull anything would be 36 miles an hour.
Okay.
All right, so they try and design a boat that will go perfectly straight under those conditions, regardless of a skier trying to drag it side to side.
There are water ski competitions.
Yes, that's what this boat is designed for.
Professional or is
No,
it
it used to be all amateur. They just started a professional tour.
Okay. When you
Oh, it rides really smooth. I mean, it's not like the old and whoa, and then everybody's over the side.
okay, when you do the last thing with all of your with that weight actually, I sometimes talk that weight could actually turn the boat.
It's a lot of pull on it, but this is a 454 Chevy, and with this type of hull design, it handles it pretty well. This has dual speedometers that run off an air guide system. There's air pickups in the back, and the more the air that goes through, the more the speedometer registers. Tachometer for the engine, temperature, voltage, clock, oil pressure, gas gauge, which is on E, and it has an hour gauge.
He's going to lose himself.
I was waiting for a couple of pretty girls, and then I was going to run out of gas. I'm no dummy. It has an hour gauge on it, which is similar to a car's odometer, and it's like you can't adjust or anything. That registers how many hours the boat has on it.
Is this one that's for sale?
Yes, all these are for sale. And I'll tell you price after we go around. I don't know if it helps any.
Doesn't really matter.
I'll take it up to speed a little bit. If everybody's hanging on to something, those railings or these railings are good. You got. If the kids want to come up here, if one of the kids want to sit up on here, hop right up on here, just so we don't lose anybody. Okay, you can sit right in between them. Go ahead, here, put your feet up here, and just hang on to that ring, and you'll be all set.
Hold on here. Slide up.
Everybody hanging on?
Hang on, here we go.
That's about 25 miles an hour. When you start hitting other people's boat waves, it's like a field of worship. It's fun to go outside. I'll give it a little bit more throttle now. We're over on Geauga Lakes territory where we're not supposed to be, but what the heck, I suppose. It does ride pretty smooth. It handles really well, better than a car at times. It'll stop a lot faster than a car will. Believe it or not, the water has more drag than something. This has so much in the water, it has more drag than, let's say, concrete than 4 tires. So not only will it stop faster, it'll do a 180-degree spin in the length of its boat. Like, so you're doing 46 miles an hour, in 18 feet it can stop and go the other way. These sell for new with a trailer and the luxury package are about $20,000. Now, I know that sounds like a lot, but that's what cars are going for too. You know, and so a 454 Chevy is what a Corvette would have or something, so it's a strong enough engine. They sell these in an as-is condition for between 10 and 15, depending on what you get with it, whether you want a trailer, whether you want the smaller engine or the big engine. We'll go for one more lap and then take it in. How's that sound, girls? Okay? Like I said, there's one of our jump ramps. I guess I explained why it has water on it and everything.
I think during the season they did.
The water on there keeps it slippery because your jump skis, if you're jump skis hit it without the water on it would stick and you'd crash. I do a lot of driving without actually using the throttle, let's say, or times I'm not using the wheel. I'm picking up the rope and hooking it up, and they'll stay on a pretty good line.
You on the lake park in SeaWorld, share the lake, is that what you're going to do?
It's their lake.
Their lake.
We're just using it. And this, a couple of people ask what this is. And this is a release system. A couple of the ski acts that you saw, like when the guys had the harnesses around their chest and they were carrying the girls, one of those guys fell. He has no way of releasing himself. He would get dragged around and he would hurt his back or plenty of other. So let's say this were the end of his rope. All the ropes are hooked into my release, and I'm hanging onto this cord and I'm watching them. If anybody falls, any one of the guys, I pull the release, all their ropes drop off immediately, and then they don't get dragged around. This is good to use for not just guys in harnesses. Let's say you're a new skier. You ever see new skiers, first thing you do when they get out there is they lift the rope and it goes over their head behind them. We had one skier this year who doesn't it. We have a guy in the hospital right now who his hand just went through the rope. They put 6 pins in right here, broke all his fingers and crushed them and all sorts of good stuff. Because the rope will do that to you. When your body hits the water, you stop fast and the rope keeps going. So to have a release in your boat, okay, so let's say you're out learning how to ski and you've got the rope on release and somebody sees you're about to fall and they notice the rope went behind your head, they just pull that and the rope goes with you, no chance of injury. Okay, we'll set it out. Like I said, the seat is facing that way because normally you would be observing a skier.